talking about predictions. What are your guys on Meyer versus Acuna? What do you think is going to happen? Does he get plunked? Does he hit a home run?
This was tweeted out
So
last
listen.
night at 11:33 p.m. when I was watching the Dodgers-Braves game. They did announce that Acuna would be leading off tomorrow or starting his rehab assignment against Jacksonville. And I quickly searched up who's pitching for Jacksonville, and it was none other than Miami's top pitching prospect, Max Meyer.
Like Kevin said, let's say Meyer does pitch well against Acuna. Maybe he gets a couple strikeouts. Who knows? Does that lead to Meyer maybe quickly coming into the majors? Is that what the Marlins front office and everyone needs to see? Is that maybe a catalyst, or is that just another game for Meyer?
They're just waiting. They're waiting for any opportunity in the big league level to open up for him. I think they know he's ready, and whatever he does is not going to change their mind. They're just waiting for Eliezer to struggle, someone to get hurt, and then he will be the first man up.
Well, let me ask you a question to answer that one, Danny. You got Edward throwing. I think it's Thursday, if I'm not wrong. You figure that if Edward shows that he's ready and shows that he's fully healthy, then that's his spot, right? That's what you got to figure. But then where do you put Max Meyer, and why would you start his clock right now? You won't. So like Isaac said, wait for an injury. Wait for the extra control as well. So yeah, I don't think. I mean, as much as I think Meyer will do well tonight, I really don't think that he can do much more to show that he's ready to be here, other than throw the changeup a little bit more. But he's thrown it pretty well, I think, from everything that Baseball America has posted and everything that I've seen. I think it's been really good. So I don't think he can do a lot more to prove it. So another feather in the cap if he gets Acuna a couple times tonight, though, for sure.
Yeah. To clarify something that came up on our previous stream about Meyer's service time, by the time he's ready to make his next start after tonight, by this weekend or next week, then the cutoff is going to be passed in terms of gaining the extra year of control over him. We're just a week away from that deadline to get essentially 7 seasons of control instead of 6. So that will no longer be a factor holding him down. There could be other things about reaching arbitration earlier and wanting to save money a few years down the road. But the big one that usually holds down top prospects is that extra year. And so that will not be an obstacle anymore after this outing. That's not going to be holding him back. It's all the other stuff.
I don't think you'll see it by this time next week, even though that extra year of control will be here, like you said. I think it's more midway point in the season for me that you could realistically see this guy in major leagues.
To quickly address this question from Navi, he's on the minor league IL at this time. Yeah.
Something about Cabrera, I think they're going to be extremely careful with him. He might even get 3 starts in Jupiter and then go to Jacksonville, and I think they're going to be extremely careful with him because it's the second time it's been his bicep. I actually I see at the beginning of the year I was on the opposite side of it, but I do think we see Max Meyer before Edward Cabrera in the major league level. I think they're going to be extremely cautious with Edward. I think they view him as the potential ace for this team for a long time.
With Meyer, he has nothing to prove in AAA anymore besides that changeup and maybe a little bit more. But come on, you got to make it happen at some point. And now it's very difficult because Eliezer just had probably one of his best starts since a while. I mean, one of his longest starts as well. And the guy won 6 innings, which we never see from Eliezer. We usually see him go 4 or 5, which it's good, but it's not what we need.
Yeah, it's a good
problem. Trevor's been playing Trevor's been bad. It's a sophomore slump.
We'll get to Trevor. We'll get to
Trevor at some point, but they're not going to send the guy down. They're not going to do anything with him. He's staying right where he is. This guy was second in the running for Rookie of the Year. It's just a little bit of a sophomore beginning slump, and he'll get better. But I don't know what they're going to do with Max Meyer if they really want him to start. The bullpen seems like a very nice idea, and I know you don't like it, Alex and Eli, but I love it. And I think Max Meyer in the bullpen would just be absolutely dominant. Miami's bullpen would be one of the better ones in the league, I would say.
I think at this point, I don't think they're gonna. I thought there was a great idea to begin the season. I still do think that they should have. Like, imagine how nasty that bullpen would have been. But at this point, he's starting. He's pitching. He threw 5 perfect freaking innings with a lower body cramp. He's going to be a starter. No way. But now the question is maybe eventually put Eliezer in the bullpen. I think that's the next thing in mind. But he had a phenomenal performance against Philadelphia last start. Gave him 1 run during his 3rd time through the order again, which, like clockwork. But we'll have to see. They have some great decisions to make, and they're good decisions to have as a major league team.